former CIA analyst is 100% sure that the CIA had some involvement in the massive Ukrainian drone strike on Russian airfields, according to the Gateway Pundit. Ex-CIA analyst Larry Johnson says Ukraine could not have pulled this off on its own and that it bears the fingerprints of a CIA and/or British MI6 operation. It goes on to give us a little bit of the history of the attack, and the mainstream narrative is that the operation took upwards of 18 months to plan and execute and was personally overseen by Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky. The article says, "Sorry folks, but I don't buy it. This attack was not something a guy like Zelensky, whose skill set includes being a former homoerotic dancer and actor, was prepared for." Really? Have a look at this guy. He is going to get us into World War III? That would be one comedic, literal idiocracy level entry for the history books. Something else to note, the attack, according to mainstream reports, took out 41 aircraft, or roughly 34% of Russia's fleet of strategic bombers, yet other knowledgeable sources, such as former British diplomat Alastair Crooke, estimate the number of lost Russian bombers at closer to 7, or roughly 5% of the country's overall fleet. The Western media is always going to take information from Kiev at face value, rather than question it or compare it to what the Russian media is reporting, and that is certainly true. Anyway, it's fair to say that whether it was 5%, 10%, or 34%, what happened on Sunday in Russia was a major propaganda victory for Ukraine and an embarrassing intelligence lapse for Russia. Will it change the trajectory of the war between Russia and Ukraine? Absolutely not, it says, and that trajectory has been going in Russia's favor for months. But one big unanswered question is how much, if anything, was known about this attack in the bowels of the Washington deep state in Washington, D.C. Did the president himself know about it? The official line is that he did not. However, that doesn't mean the US government wasn't involved. As former CIA analyst Larry Johnson said Monday in an interview with Judge Andrew Napolitano, the US government would likely strive to give the president plausible deniability for an operation like this, which took place some 2,700 miles inside Russia and away from the front lines of the ongoing war. In a NATO proxy war against Russia, with Ukraine serving as the proxy, somebody in Washington and/or London had to have been involved in an operation as sophisticated and strategic as the one that went down in Russia on Sunday, Johnson said. Quote, "I guarantee you," he said, quote, "at least one, if not more officers within the Central Intelligence Agency knew about this and may have even been involved with the planning for it and the operation of it," end quote. When pressed by Napolitano on how confident he was that multiple intelligence agencies may have been involved in an operation at this scale, Johnson responded, 100%. Just the operations of initiating, of turning the drones on. Think of the process. You've got them hidden under this roof, so the roof has to open it up. That requires an external command. The reports are they were using the Russian phone network. Maybe, but I think Starlink, Elon Musk's operation, was involved with this as well. You can't rule out satellite communications as a source of overhead imagery. Hey, it was reported, and I see no confirmation of it, that US Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth was watching the attack in real time, which means, if true, he absolutely knew it was coming on. The article concludes by reiterating that Johnson, a streetwise former CIA analyst, is saying he's 100% sure that someone in the CIA was aware of this attack and may have been involved in helping to pull it off. It also calls into question who is really running the country if the president didn't know about the attack. And if the president did know about it, well then the article claims he doesn't have a leg to stand on by claiming to be a peacemaker. The article says, quote, "The Kremlin's gloves are going to come off, either as a result of this escalation or the next one. But they're going to come off, and we are going to World War III with Russia, which means we'll also at some point be fighting China, Iran, and North Korea." It concludes with, quote, "Pray for peace, prepare for war, because with each passing day we are getting closer." Why? Because the globalist Luciferians who run the puppet politicians want it. They want it because they feel they need it in order to complete the Great Reset and transition into an all-digital, all-knowing global surveillance state, an end times beast system powered by artificial intelligence. Your data is valuable. Big tech companies give us features for free, but instead of paying with money, you're paying with your data. Opt out of this abusive system and stop using big tech devices and start learning how to take your privacy back. Our sponsor, AbovePhone.com/Pulse, makes it easy. With their full range of privacy devices, you can say goodbye to surveillance and data leaks today. And this week, you can save as much as $299 on select privacy devices. This includes phones, laptops, and the new Above tablet at abovephone.com/pulse. And now, Above Phone offers 2 payment plan options to help you make the transition. At checkout, you can break up your total into 4 interest-free payments or secure financing for anywhere between 3 and 24 months. Payment plans are currently only available in the US. Did you know Above also accepts crypto? Select Pay with Cryptocurrency at checkout to complete your order using Bitcoin or Monero. Above's team is ready and waiting to help. Call 1-888-36-ABOVE Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Central, or chat with the team at abovephone.com/pulse by clicking the Chat With Us button. It's time to take back our technology and break free from the growing control grid. Visit abovephone.com/pulse now to save.